recent times of bullsharks in this, and over the years there's been fatalities from...
Yes. Disneyland.
Nah.
What is it about lycra in this town?
Ooh. Right, but it's full of wankers. Excuse me, is this gluten-free?
Love you, Brisbane.
Less likely to get shot here than in Sydney or on the Gold Coast.
Well, do you have a question? Okay. Okay, let me explain how this works. I just died. It's not possible to unwant something you want. So, like, you should just really know that there is no point in trying to talk yourself or anyone out of it. In fact, it would benefit you more if you just let yourself go get it, because from that platform you would desire more. So all those people who are like, look, I want $1 million, help them get it as fast as you can. Because then they're going to be in a space of like, wow, what else is there to the planet Earth? What else do I want to say about this? Want to know what suicide is about? Suicide is about, I have essentially continued to think thoughts and take actions that pulls me in such deep opposition, essentially, to what I've put over there. This is the state of utter and complete hopelessness. And so a person in death, essentially, what is happening, because you're taking yourself out of this perspective, is you line up completely with that perspective. This is why death feels so good. It feels so good because you are instantaneously lining up with every desire you have ever desired over the course of your life. It's why so many of us that have near-death situations don't want to come back. It's because in that minute, it's almost like combining the best food you ever ate with the most amount of love you've ever felt, with, anything you've ever desired at one time. So essentially, when somebody is committing suicide or when somebody dies, it's like an instantaneous, in one fell swoop, you're back here, in this frequency.
You effing serious?
Yeah, sadly I am.
So, obviously I just explained to you that negative emotion means you are turned in the opposite direction. Positive emotion means you're turned in the direction of what you want. Now it's obvious and really easy then to say, okay, so if all you do is think positive thoughts and feel positively, then you're always going to line up with what you want. Yes, if it was that easy. Like really, I could just quit my job today and just tell you, yeah, okay, think positive. It's because of the fact that positive focus works for absolutely everything except for when I'm using positive focus to try to escape something. So escapism in the universe is based on law of attraction. Anytime you look at something and you say no to it, you're actually focused on it, and so it comes to you. And so what to their being, to their mind, then we can be perpetuating this like cycle, essentially, where even though we are consciously struggling very hard to get in the direction of that, our subconscious mind is pulling us in this direction. Every time you look at something and you say no to it, you're actually focused on it, and so it comes to you. And so what happens often is when we get into this negative spiral and we're like, oh my god, I have to go be positive, you're sort of doing it to run away from something. See where my attention is if I'm running away? Yeah. So all of my focus is in fact doing this. So basically, positive focus works for everything except for when positive focus is the modality you are using to avoid something negative.
The term pseudo means false or pretend. Pseudopsychology therefore refers to a psychological practice that is fake or unfounded. The science of psychology is built on rigorous principles such as research, evidence, and testable ideas. The umbrella of pseudopsychology are quite popular and enjoy a wide following of believers. Let's explore a couple of examples to get a better idea of the difference between pseudopsychology and scientific psychology.
The process of creation begins with what we call contrast. It's an experience of what is unwanted. So let's pretend we've got like a full-on performer on stage. What happens most times when people are in positions where they've got a lot of attention focused on them is they feel insignificant as children. So the experience of feeling insignificant is what gives rise instantaneously to desire. That is essentially the meat of creation. So that's the first part of the answer. Now, that part you don't have to think about. This is what's really good to know, right? You don't have to think about creating. You're doing it all day, every day, even when you don't know it. You don't have to know about it to be doing it. It's just that once you do know about it, let's say the process sort of speeds up for you, right? I'm sorry, that was such an inside joke. You are now aware of the law within this universe that causes creation, which means your ability to create now speeds up. It means that momentum of expansion is moving much faster through you. It's like, even though I'm so much more aware, all it takes is one negative thought, and I'm like in such a bad spiral that now I can't breathe.